Damn right. We do not kneel. We do not.
This is where we hold them. This is where we fight. Persians! Give them nothing, but take from them everything.
See, old friend, I brought more soldiers than you did.
You gotta have a big mouth to swallow the frog.
It's more than just sandwiches. It's more than just the chips. It's more than just being fresh.
Look, I've got no problem putting my feet in brie. I mean, quite frankly, I think she's hot.
Rookie Critic, my buddy in the Fandom collect. I know you're bouncing me and Gaze being a stream whore today. Like
they wanted to see if you guys were sucking dick or not.
I don't think I can say that D-word.
The last woman that gave me an attitude, I cut her face off and wore her in a condom.
She'll be alright, man.
She will bear me a child, and my spawn will grow to conquer the world.
What's up?
I am defined by my friends and my dog.
Glory to the TransFat chat. Glory, TransFat chat.
On a cold winter morning, in the time before the light, in flames of death, eternal rain, we ride towards the fight. When the darkness is falling down, in the times of suffer rise, the sound of evil after falls around the world tonight. Fighting hard, fighting on for the steel, through the wastelands evermore. The skeleton souls will feel the hell, bodies wasted on the shore. On the blackest waves in hell's domain, we watch the lives they go. In fire and pain, and once again we love. So now we fly, yeah, we're free. We're free before the thunderstorm. On towards the wilderness, southwest tearing storm. Far beyond the sundown, far beyond the moonlight. Deep inside our hearts and all our souls. So far away, we wait for the day, yeah. For the life's all so wasted and gone. We feel the pain of a lifetime locked in 1,000 days. Through the fire and the flames we carry on. Now here we stand with that blood on our hands. We fought so hard, now can we understand? Now break the seal of this curse if I possibly can. For freedom of every man.
This is where we hold them.
So far away, we wait for the day, yeah. For the life's all so wasted and gone. We feel the pain of a lifetime lost in 1,000 days. Through the fire and the flames we carry on.
About mute myself again. Hail the chat. Thank you guys so much for being here. Much appreciate you and to all my channel members who stopped through at the members only stream before. Got a very special guest. Got very special guests here tonight. First off, we're going to get to the chat in a minute. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here. Please remember to smash the like button and share out the link. First off, I would like to introduce a gentleman who reached out to me, one of a group of individuals who reached out to me before I even had a channel. They heard that I was writing a book about the Fandom Menace, and they reached out to me. And the very first person to ever have me on a live stream, this sumbitch said, Steve, I know you're not. I know you've never live streamed before, so I'm gonna have you on for 15 minutes. But we're gonna bring you on and you're gonna introduce yourself in the book, and he did not tell me that Jeff Hicks was gonna be on his channel. Very first live stream I ever did on his channel with Jeff Hicks, a world-class bullshitters, threw me right into the deep end of the pool before I even had a chance to start. It was men like this that gave me the inspiration to have my voice heard, to refuse to kneel, to always speak my opinion, be myself, and fight through all the shit, to fight for our modern myths, to be who I am. And if it wasn't for people like him, I would not be here today. He took a break from YouTube for a while. He is now back. Guys, please welcome my TransFat brethren, Black Angus Reviews. What is up, brother?
Hey. Thanks, man. I like that. That was a fun intro. It's been a while since I've seen the TransFat intro. That was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I totally forgot. Yeah, that was my, I think, birthday stream. And I'm like, I'm not going to tell you just in case also Jeff has to cancel, but also it was like, I don't want to psych him out. So
no, you just threw me right in. It worked out. It worked out though. It was a great opportunity, man. Thank you so much, dude. I appreciate it. I'm glad you're back on YouTube, brother.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm hoping Rookie shows up. I threw him a link. Thank you guys to everybody in the chat.
He might be working.
Yeah, I think he is. But guys, there's a link to his channel in the description below. Guys, please support Black Angus Reviews. Welcome him back to this community. It's dudes like this that told us not to kneel, and I appreciate him being here with us today. With us also is my other guest, Spirit Soldier from VetsTalkin. What is up, man? Good to see you.
Hello, everybody. What is going on? Happy Saturday, everybody. This is stream number 2 of 3 for me today. I just got done with Legion of Memers stream just a little bit ago. Had myself a little bit of sushi, and now I'm ready to go here. After this, immediately coming up is going to be my stream on VetsTalkin. Check out VetsTalkin channel. Drop the G and you'll find me. I'm on both YouTube and on Rumble. I'd love to get 25 subscribers on Rumble so I can go uncensored on Rumble sometime. So please hit me up over there. But yeah, check out the Legion of Memers stream, 4 o'clock every single Saturday, and check out Skinamax Saturday, 10 o'clock Eastern on my channel. VetsTalkin coming up after this. And also, I keep on forgetting to point this out, but I really got to do this because we're actually having guests now on VetsTalkin Tuesday. Next week, we have Hollywood Scholars going to be on VetsTalkin Tuesday, 7:45 Eastern, every single Tuesday. And after that, this is the big one that I'm kicking myself in the butt for not announcing earlier when I first found out about this. On the 31st, we are having the one and only comics division on VetsTalkin Tuesday. So check out VetsTalkin Tuesday. Drop the G and you'll find me. You don't got to be a Vets. Join in our conversations. This is open for everybody. Just don't be butthurt. You've been warned.
That's beautiful, man. Hail the dicks. Good to see you, man. I'm sorry. Hey, thanks for coming back.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, anytime, dude. Great,
dude.
Great.
Ever since we had you on Legion of Memers stream, your intro when you came on gave me chills, and I knew we had to collab, dude. So I hit you up right away, and I'm so happy to be on here for a second time, man. Anytime you want me on, let me know, dude. I got to get you on my channel too.
Absolutely, brother. I'd love to come over and visit. Legion of Memers stream earlier,
Hell yeah.
Excellent. I was listening in, and the conversation was so good. Everybody in the backstage was talking about it before this show. This is why we were a little bit late, guys. Please check out that channel. Next up, I want to introduce my rogues. First, I want to introduce a man with a title, a special title that he would like to show y'all. This is Superfan Adam Shawhan. Show him what you got, my brother.
That's right. So here we go, boys and ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It exists. That's right. Rogue Entertainment, baby. That's it. We've got a title. What can I say? It's what I do, baby. If I can rock the U.S. Championship for the men's room, I got no problem bringing this to have some fun at some cons, and represent, Rogue Entertainment, baby.
Yeah, babe. Thank you, dude. That is so incredible. When you were showing me the pictures of that, I was like, oh, what do you say, man? I'm glad.
It was one of those though, like, okay, because this is just one of the commemorative titles, so it's plastic, right? And I'm like, I'm gonna tell you, dude, lugging around a 4 to 6, inch plates, that shit gets heavy. This is like light. This is so light. So, and I was, after talking and everything, and it's an honor to be here, but you and I connecting and everything, and I was like, I want to do something, but I want to do what I do. And this was it, man. Like with the intro and the Autobots and the Decepticons and just the Rogue Entertainment. And I'm like, you know what? If Walton doesn't like it, everybody else. But no, dude, like, I knew you would love it. I was like, again, it's for everybody. I mean, that's how I am, though. It's like represent. Let's have some fun with it. That's what we're here for, right?
Yes, sir.
Let your inner nerd out and have fun. Well, it don't get much more nerdier than this, yo. I'm just saying.
Memes of Destruction says, Adam, I may or may not have accidentally purchased a smoking skull belt.
There you go, brother. Hell yeah.
Next up, I want to introduce one of the best voices in this community. Does not kneel. Great commentary on his channel. Guys, please, Tony Toneveth of Matani is here. What's up, dude? How are you today, brother?
Howdy, neighbors. What's up, everybody? How are you doing? Happy Saturday. Good times. Glad to be here. I've changed my name so much here on YouTube. Definitely formerly the Clown World Review, but I knew Black Angus was one of the first people I met in the community, and that was off Facebook in the World Class Bullshitters group. And this dude, not only has he always been real, but he's always been a good friend. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, Black Angus, but I remember back in the day when you were live streaming from the construction site, dude, good times, dude. So it's good to be streaming with you. Good to be streaming with you, Steven. Super fan, my brother. VetsTalkin. Everybody. I don't want to name someone who hasn't been introduced yet. So everyone on the panel, love you all. So.
Just know this man right here, even though he's not on screen, he's still our sexier than AJ Style mofo. So that's our man right there. Still sexier than AJ Style. So.
Next up is the outspoken Bad Take Tina Bojan. What's up, sweetheart? Good to see you.
Oh, I'm so glad you used my new nickname. Mr. Grant Gregory was beautiful to assign that name to me, and it is honestly, truly my mission to continue to find the joy in just about everything, but then also not to hate watch crap.
Hell, that's sister.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Oh, but I love you being here. Absolutely. We do not kneel, and I'm glad you introduced me to things that I didn't even think I was told not to watch and I wasn't going to like, and I ended up liking it. So I keep that coming, sweetheart. I appreciate it. I'm going to watch She-Hulk at some point, and I'm going to let you know what I thought. Up front.
Watch it with friends.
Watch it with friends. Yeah.
Walton, I tell you what, man. I'm pretty much retired and don't do much. When you're ready, we'll watch it together because I didn't watch.
Okay, all right.
Me and Adam with you.
All right, me and Adam going to watch She-Hulk together.
After subjecting myself to Velma this week, I don't think I can possibly stomach She-Hulk.
Oh,
She-Hulk is better.
Yeah,
before we get into Angus,
that's my point.
Yeah, Angus will be covered.
Velma's been so bad.
Right before we get into it, I wanted to introduce the one, the only supporter in so many chats, new to Rogue Entertainment. So happy to have him here, my co-host on Saturdays, Mr. Tickle Trunk. What is up, brother?
And I'm the panel caboose. Hello.
What's up, man? It's good to see you.
Mr. Sir President Black Angus, you're the reason that Steven is here?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
We can't be friends. No, it's all love. Just kidding.
That's good to see you, brother. Actually, Angus, I just caught wind of his channel a couple weeks ago. He was covering Velma with Rookie Critic, and it's funny that we should walk into the conversation between She-Hulk and Velma. What do you think, Black Angus? You think She-Hulk's better than that show?
Oh yeah, I mean, there's things because it's tied to a universe. Almost everybody loves to some degree. I love Thanos. I love how it built up. Love Iron Man. When in the game, when he died, I bawled in the theater because, being in and out, not really focused on all the movies when they were coming out, but I saw most of them in theater. Thinking about how my life has grown with this universe, and then it's like a chapter ending, and then there's like a certain chapter of my life ending. That made it even more meaningful on top of great performances. I think probably one of the best landings ever with Endgame. It's very satisfying, very satisfying. So because of that, you're watching She-Hulk, knowing everything, and then they're like setting up things. We're like, oh, I'm interested in that, and they're like, never mind. And it's infuriating, but because there's like an emotional investment in this universe, it's still fun to see how much they drop the ball, seemingly purposely, just to troll people and get a rile out of people. There's a great video, Abomination AJ. I'll have to find his link and send it to you, Steven. But he did a short that kind of summarizes the show. And that was, he's like, this is a comedy, y'all. And what he did was he showed a behind the scenes clip, like interviewing Ms. Lonnie or whatever her name is, the She-Hulk chick. And they're like, oh, so it's a comedy. How many times did y'all like break character and like laugh and have to retake? And it's like, yeah, we're all professional. Like, no one really laughed and broke character. We just did the stuff. And it's like, that's horrible. Watch School of Rock behind the scenes. And I know they're kids, but they're pretty good actors for that movie. So many times they're breaking, like the jokes were told so many times on set that they weren't funny to the people. Like that's what you should be hearing from a comedy is like, yeah, we had to play that it was funny for the camera because we killed the joke so many times. So that's like a little insight that I found after seeing the show. Just like, wow, that adds so much more context. I would like to see a season 2 just to be more trash to laugh at. But it's fun. Me and Rookie got such a kick. We were dying. If any of y'all watched it, the guy that has like 10 wives because he keeps just like evading the relationship and kills himself because he's like immortal and like that. What? This is in the universe and you're just like throwing it away. Stuff like that is hilarious. Not for why they intended.
What were you saying, Tina?
I was going to say, I really, really like the analysis, and it also gives me more respect for Tatiana Maslany and the fact that she was reading lines. It's not like we could necessarily blame her for the content or the script. In a sense, because a lot of times when you're watching sitcoms, they're very off the cuff. They're very, the actors playing off of each other on a theme. So this one was like, gosh, okay, I found funny things about it because I was a programmer at a time where I was the only woman in the room. So some of those stereotypes were true 30 years ago, not true nowadays, but for me, they kind of touched my heart and a little bit of memories and what I thought was funny and my typical responses, back then to fight the masochism that existed that once again does not exist in corporate world today. So it was nice to kind of see that, oh, okay, she doesn't necessarily believe in this crap. That it was more focused on the writers and the creators of the show that were trying to make you believe that, women can be the same as men and that, women can be better than men because they have to be, because they do it every day.
I hear you, sister. I hear you. Rookie Critic, what is up, brother? Hail the Fandom Collective. What's going on, man?
What's up, man? Just got done with work. I still smell like sandwiches, but I got a little bit of time before I shower and stuff. So, what's up?
I like you smelling like that. It adds a musk to you.
Run,
the fresh cookies.
Just run.
The onions.
It's wafting up here.
Oh yeah, that's the plan.
Spicy Italian.
Rook, which is better, Velma or She-Hulk?
Surprisingly, She-Hulk. I didn't think that could possibly be spoken, but there's things in that are less annoying and less cringe compared to Velma. So She-Hulk wins that one. And I think, are they similar runtime? I don't know. There's different length times for the She-Hulk, I think, but I don't know. It already feels like that was over faster than Velma.
Soldier Spirit, what do you think, brother? Which one's better?
I think when we start talking about She-Hulk, it's amazing. I completely forgot that I did subject myself to at least watch the last episode because I had to understand what the fuck everybody was talking about with this whole she like jumped out into the fucking the Netflix universe or whatever, Disney Plus, whatever, and like went behind the scenes. And what blew me away is that I thought it was like going to be like one little thing. It became the entire plot point of the entire fucking show. This whole aspect of her jumping out of reality and going into the writer's room and all that, and it was so cringe to the level of like Angus. I had not heard the story you were talking about with the fact that no one on set was even laughing at the jokes or even having fun, which doesn't surprise me because when you watch this behind the scenes part at the end of that last episode, they're miserable people. They hate their lives. They think everything is terrible. They hate the fans. So it's no surprise that no one's having fun on the set because they're not trying to have fun. They're just trying to push their stupid fucking agenda, which is exactly what's happening on Velma too, though. That it's so crazy unfunny. Velma is just. I gave the description on I think on my Tuesday show that it's this weird pot of potpourri where it's just a mix of stuff that none of it really ties together. It's just a potpourri of different types of shit that's being thrown in our face. And it's just, none of it makes any sense. I mean, it's these weird dismemberments. Somebody gets their leg cut off in every episode, it seems like, for no apparent fucking reason. It's not a joke. It doesn't have a shock value to make it entertaining. It's just completely out of place. Why did his leg get cut off? I don't get what's going on. It's not funny. It's not entertaining. It's so bad. So I guess I have to agree that when you're comparing one pile of shit to another pile of shit, the She-Hulk pile of shit wins.
Yeah. And we can note that Velma has a slightly larger pile of shit because although episode by episode the lengths are similar, there's 10 episodes of Velma versus 9 of She-Hulk. So there's more Velma to hate.
Yeah.
That's a lot of poop.
Yeah. That's a lot of poop.
That is a lot. Adam, have you seen She-Hulk either? I mean, have you seen Velma either?
No, dude, I was not even gonna bother. Like, I'm sorry. No,
we're watching it together. We're gonna compare them together.
Right. We'll do it. No, my thoughts originally was just like we knew what this was gonna be. It's not Scooby-Doo. It's not the Velma. They're just gonna, destroy the original characters because they don't have a brain to make their own shit. And if they do, nobody goes and watches it because again, it's shit. So like with Tina. That's the only reason I would listen and watch any of it because she's not like me. I like Moon Knight. I enjoyed Andor. I just didn't deal with any of the other shit. I just walked away from it because it's like I don't care. Now, to do what we're about to do, no problem. I will rip this shit apart. No problem. With you, Steven? Sure. Not a problem. But like if I'm just to do it on my own, hell no. Not gonna do it. So yeah, I mean it gives me something now to we're going to have some real good conversations and fun with it, baby. That's how I look at it. We're just going to be rogue.
Yeah, brother. All right, I think I got this link that you wanted me to share. Angus.
While you're doing that, I just want to say one thing.
Right.
Velma has actually brought us all together to hate Velma. And I don't just mean people that usually, people it's for don't like the show. So not only is it a larger pile of shit, it smells so much worse.
Thank you, Mr. Dickerson. Thank you very much for bringing that
You're
up.
Poop analogies are my specialty.
I'm glad I brought that up into the conversation.
So far, you are my favorite.
I smell sandwiches now, Rook. I can't get it out of my nostrils.
You got my cheese whiz, boy?
Oh yeah, come right up.
All right, let's see what we got here.
So you would figure after 8 to 9 episodes or whatever, like 30 minutes, probably shorter than that, like, damn, bro, I've been told this is a comedy, and I have not laughed not one time. Well, it's not only you. All right, you're not the one out. I didn't find myself laughing not one time, and apparently the people who worked on this show didn't laugh either.
Who was the worst at cracking up on camera? This is a 30-minute comedy show. There have to be moments where people break.
You know what? Everyone was so professional. We laughed a lot off camera. There was a lot of dancing that happened on camera that was unprompted. I think that was our version of laughing. because we didn't really laugh.
Check out my videos.
I just died a little.
What an amazing admission.
Or a version of laughing, not laughing.
Says somebody
It's only your
supposedly on a
second
comedy
time.
show.
See, it's stuff like that. Like when me and Ricky watch Velma, it's things where it's like not funny, or it's things where like they're trying to be funny and it's like lame, and then shit where they're trying to be serious or say some critique, or like Fred is like Homelander, and I love Homelander.
Yeah, we see him as like a little Homelander or something.
Like, let the same writers write Fred and crap on white guys and blah blah blah. It's going to be funny when they're trying to be like, see, white people are awful, and we're just like, ha ha ha, you sad little people.
Like, he called her a little boy.
Fred.
That was funny, but that wasn't even the joke. But it was like, I called Velma a little boy. I'm like, that's off the cuff, kind of funny. But
They called her like talking meatloaf or something.
the talking meatloaf here to see you. It's like they slice the closest to comedy they've gotten is like on accident with something like that.
Yeah,
that's terrible. That's what the first thing. Like, go ahead, brother.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they open up. I can't remember if it was episode 3 or episode 4, the last one, where she gets interrupted, I guess, by the opening scene by saying, "We're going to solve the mystery. Everyone wants to know: am I a lesbian?" No, nobody wants to know if Velma's a fucking lesbian. Sure, it's funny a joke about in the past. That's not a fucking mystery we want to solve, and saying that is not fucking funny. But they think it's funny.
If it's a Pornhub's, kind of skit, then I wouldn't.
I mean, why is it even set in school? I don't understand why. That's like, it's a mystery solvers, but in a high school that don't.
It's so they could draw 15-year-olds in the shower.
The lesbian
exactly.
thing
I was gonna
reminds
say
me of like when the teachers get in on the joke. Like a lot of college frat guy or whoever, friends, whatever, they used to joke about Velma and Daphne making out or whatever. But now that they're actually acknowledging it, it's like when the teacher gets in on the inside joke and tries to be funny, or for lack of a better term, when wrestling fans get into something and then Michael Cole starts acknowledging it on camera, then it's not cool anymore.
Well, it's like the classic shippers or fanfickers or something that it's like, oh, what if these two hooked up? Huh? It's like, okay, but they keep on making that in the actual things now, and it's like, we didn't actually want to see this. Like,
I mean,
really
was it
wanted
really
to.
on your mind ever as a child watching it, or as an adult? I don't fuck it. I don't care.
If
Was
anything,
it really
I
on
thought
your mind? Because it wasn't on mine. Like, you just figured Fred was nailing them both, right? I mean,
well, it's like I don't think that the thought of who they're sleeping around with was commonly brought up. Like ever.
But like now, it's so
Well,
what? Every nerdy girl is now just going to automatically think she has to be a freaking lesbian.
I think Shaggy had like an alien chick interested in him once. That was like the only thing I can.
Come on,
think
that's
of.
pretty hot.
Well, now the rumor is that the girl that just got introduced at the end of this last episode is supposedly Scooby as a black female, and guess what? Shaggy immediately wants to bone her. So we just got introduced to Scooby, and Shaggy wants to fuck her.
That'll probably be her pet name.
I saw someone tweet that they've seen more of the show, and that's not it. Like, she's just her own character. She's not Scooby. There's no Scooby in this. Warner, I guess, forbade them to use Scooby for some reason.
That's
weird.
probably their last thing. Like, okay, if you're gonna make the show, please don't ruin the dog.
Which is weird because if you've seen the Scoob movie, I'm not a Scooby-Doo fan, but Scoob was really enjoyable. It surprisingly they made some plot with Scooby as the descendant of Alexander the Great's dog, and it's like, that's fun. And I think they mixed like Hanna-Barbera villain in there, so it's kind of a multiverse, if you will. That was a fun movie. So it's just, and then they did like I guess I didn't watch it, but I guess Super Pets or whatever. They have like Mega Shaggy or some shit with Batman, and it's just weird that they went this way with it.
I don't know what this is, but this sounds fucking awesome.
Yeah, dude. Like,
yeah, let me find
is that like Mecha Stress?
Sounds like
I say mega, like super, not mega.
It sounds like they put ideas into a slot machine and just like let it run. And okay, this came up together, match those, let's make that a thing. Like,
Hey,
there you go.
Or the pool
my
of
favorite thing
manatees.
about my favorite thing about Scooby Doo and the whole show is when they did the animated crossover with Supernatural. That I mean, Jensen Ackles in cartoon having a conversation with Scooby was the most hilarious thing I've ever seen on television.
That
one was okay. Yep.
I like crossovers myself. Real quick, guys, before we go forward, if I can kind of bring it up. There we go. Memes of Destruction, $5. Thank you very much. Memes, guys, please subscribe to Memes of Destruction. Good friend to the community says, hi, friends. I'm not saying we trolls rule the world, but we trolls may rule the world. Love, love.
Hey, Steven, if you can share my screen, I pulled it up, what I'm talking about.
Absolutely. I will definitely pull up what you pulled out, Angus. You got that, buddy. And I also want to say thank you to Ruben Christopher Haynes. Thank you for becoming a channel member. Hail to you, brother. Guys, I think he was on a Legion of Memers stream earlier. Please support our brother. Yep. Thank you, Ruben. I appreciate you, man. Very first fan I ever met in real life, Geeks and Gamers meetup last year. It was an awesome experience, man. Love you, brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
He is the most positive, loving person I know, and he is absolutely fantastic. Everyone's got to check out his channel as well.
Absolutely.
Hey, what's up, Abomination?
And all right, so here you go. Here you go, brother.
Yeah, so it's I guess a game or something, but still, like this was Scooby universe or whatever. You know, like this was a meme and people loved it, and then this is the next Scooby product is this show.
That's great.
Yeah, it's just
I mean,
what are they doing?
I mean, if they just did stuff like this instead of make like a new show like this, I mean, that'd be more fun probably. Scooby Doo is probably one of those franchises that how old is it? How far does it go back? 70s or sooner?
68 or something like that.
Like has it ever died? Like, don't they still technically have made episodes in like the recent 5 or 10 years or so? Have they continued in some way? Yeah, you said there's Scoob recently, right? That was recent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying like that one that's a franchise that hasn't died necessarily. Like it hasn't stopped.
It hasn't died yet.
And it's like, I'd say if there was a moment to have killed it, this has like reinforced people's interest in Scooby Doo, the franchise, and like kick Velma the hell out, curb stomp it, destroy it.
Angus also shared something else with me today. There we go. We're playing this for you guys.
I'm gonna start yelling.
Yeah,
okay. I'm gonna mute myself.
We suck. Okay. Oh, no, don't mute. No, go ahead, Tickle Troll.
No, I'm not gonna yell. No, just do it.
Just realize how hated you are. All right.
Just do it.
Like Santa
Do you
Claus
think Disney Star
gaming?
Wars divided the fan base over the firing of Gina?
No, because anyone with
think-
common sense doesn't support those kind of views.
I'm
At least in
gonna
the
say-
real world, outside of the trolls on the internet, people don't have backwards anti-Semitic, anti-trans views.
And
I'm
during
gonna
a
say they did
pandemic, nobody wants anybody
What?
dying because some idiot told like character in a fictional thing tells them not to wear a mask and all this. It's yeah.
We have
She
different.
deserves
central
everything
political
she
views.
got. She deserves everything she got. I have no sympathy for people like her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck it, I'm out. I need some whiskey.
Right?
Fuck!
Thoughts on this?
Oh, these people are terrible.
Just remember that if she ever gets demonetized for using clips of Star Wars or something, I have no sympathy.
Jesus.
Who is Star Wars Meg? I didn't know who that was until I.
How'd she get Santa Claus onto a stream?
She's an asshole. That's what she is.
Santa, you know.
I checked the channel out way
He's
before.
checking his
this, and
naughty
it's like,
list.
I'm good.
I'll bet you if that chair rolls, it rolls over his balls. I'll bet. I mean, he looks like he's got some onion sack, right? You know, just doesn't look. He's up there in years.
Come on, don't pick on Santa.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, to add a little whatever, if you didn't catch, like he just looks kind of sideways or like, oh no. I'm sub to Star Wars Santa. I don't watch him a lot, but I've seen, I think on Drunk 3PO, him talking about his history with Star Wars and what it meant to him. So it's like Star Wars and Superman are like a big thing for this guy, and his channel's finally taking off because of that stream or Star Wars Theory having him on. and he's pretty positive. He's always looking for the good stuff in Star Wars. And so this is her and the other guy kind of just bamboozling him, taking over his. So I don't want people to associate Star Wars Santa. Like, he may think this stuff himself or be in some kind of agreement, but he doesn't do this with his channel.
I didn't actually know that Santa was part of his name or his character's name. I just had a big old beard. I was like, that's Santa Claus, of course. But it's cool if that's part of his persona.
I thought he was Ruben.
Too many lookalikes now.
Kid and Ruben.
Apparently we still suck, and I guess Gina Carano sucks still to these people.
Yeah, and Megan doesn't know how to fucking read.
When did she ever make anti-Semitic remarks? Right.
She didn't. She did the opposite.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing is that actually I forgot about the beep boop beep joke, which was where she's going with the trans thing, and that confused me. I only remember the Nazi comparison thing. It wasn't a Nazi comparison, but she was joking about how not joking. The one tweet was actually serious when she was talking about how back in the day, Nazis turned neighbors were turning in themselves, turning in their neighbors, and that was the comparison. But here's the thing that always infuriates me with these damn people is they want to attack her, calling that anti-Semitic for making a Nazi comparison when they themselves are the ones who make Nazi comparisons all the fucking time, calling us Nazis, calling Trump literally Hitler. But she makes one single comparison, and all of a sudden she's the anti-Semitic one for bringing up Nazi Germany. Fuck you. I'm out.
Here.
Yeah.
You need this more than I do. Grab it. Go ahead, grab it. Here.
Oh, I got my beer right here, dude.
Yeah, they tend to remember the lies perpetuated, and I think that's why they try to repeat lies so much so that you can't remember what the truth was. So
Well, no, the problem is that people like McMuffin here are spoon-fed everything that's in her fucking head. She never read the goddamn tweet.
Well, that's what I'm
if she
saying,
read it,
though.
she'd get the opposite fucking thing from it. It was
That's what
it wasn't even like a Nazi comparison. It was pro-tolerance because she was warning people that intolerance turns into fucking violence. It's the complete opposite of what the fuck this asshole is talking about.
I love your
biting my tongue
thing as well as it's talking about this angrily.
It's like the little baby kid guy from South Park.
You think the Canadian and any Canadian in South Park has that head thing, Angus.
Yeah, that's why I'm like that. Look, hey, that's racist. Don't say that. We don't all look like this.
Would one of the mods please share out a link to Rocky the Black Dragon? That's BC. What's up, man? Good to see you, brother. Share out a link to his channel, please.
That's a great name. I like that name.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I don't know. It's Tony. You want to speak on this? You my Nazi friend? 'Cause we're all Nazis.
I hold the chat.
Yeah. I think not. Oh, he stepped away for a minute. Oh, Tina, what do you think?
Good talk, Tony.
What do you think about being labeled like that? Are you a bad person? Are you?
Well, I mean, my name is Bad Take Bojan after all.
That's right. Well, bad take it, girl.
When you get reduced to name calling, I just check out of the argument. You know what I mean? So I don't take anything these three individuals are saying to heart or even as input to an argument. Mm-hmm. They're against a person because of her ideology, not because of what she did. Yeah. So just throwing names like Hitler and all of that around the world is just not helping anybody.
I agree. So, Adam, what do you think, brother?
Yeah, man. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not going to side with the gray bearded motherfucker. I don't know who he is. So
he's older than you. You look young. You look really young right now.
Thank you. But at the end of the day, it's like, are you retarded? Again, it's the same. They're running their mouth. They hadn't even seen the video. It makes no sense. It's like yelling at us the whole time, and it's like, out of all the stuff that you guys have done, all it's done is hurt the product, and yet they still don't see because they don't care. That's fine. Whatever. You can sit there and yell that about her, but when you get canceled again, because you're using stuff you're not supposed to, we're going to laugh at you. That's all we can do,
Yeah. I agree, brother. Yeah, there was another clip of this. Can you
Why
guys
do you do
stomach
this
any
to us?
more?
My thing on Gina, right? Here's the thing: we love Gina. Does she still need some acting lessons? Of course, she's newer to acting. This isn't a shot at her though. About like
She's
her
gotten a
acting.
lot better, actually. She's
No, I
pretty
know
decent.
she has.
She's decent now.
But that's what I mean, though. You got to remember, she's a newer actress, and I mean, this isn't a shot at her. It's a fact. These are facts. She's newer to this industry. So if you want to nitpick on that, I would give you, a little bit of room. But this, nah, man. The dogs even know it's bullshit. Come on.
Question for you, Adam. Do you think that is she new to the acting or the industry so that she was naive in standing up for her politics, or do you think she's just a genuine person because?
No, I think she
she
was
made a
being
stand?
real, like you and me and everybody that talks for real. Like she was just saying, "Hey, man, look, you like again, you want to point something out when you're doing the exact same thing that we're pointing out in the first place. That's evil." So it's literally an oxymoron moment, But yeah, I mean, I don't think Gina was at fault for what she did at all. I just think if you want to talk about, she was in MMA, she got into Hollywood, started doing stuff. And I think the problem was she wasn't used to the actual industry the way it is.
And she's not even political.
Yeah, she was shocked at the response to her just doing beep bop boop. Like she was like, "This is a little funny, right?" And then the outrage. I think she was shocked by that kind of stuff. Like she wasn't ready. She wasn't like with insight on how the internet is instantly with this kind of thing. But then she learned right there with it, and then she stood her ground, which is good. She didn't go, "Oh, sorry, no, oh my gosh." No, she like stood with it. She's like, "No, I'm still gonna do this."
Yeah,
she came up in her stardom in sorry, go ahead.
No. You finish that.
Okay, she came up in her stardom in the UFC where they don't give a fuck. So it's no surprise that she still maintains that mentality of not giving a fuck. But obviously she did I'm sure she was caught a little bit by surprise about the amount of backlash. But I love the fact that she maintains and still doesn't give a fuck. That's why we love her.
Well, dude, she could beat all of us on the panel. Let's just be honest here. Like, she whooped all our asses. So
Etep pays for that
no
kind
doubt.
of Etep pays for that kind of treatment too.
Yes, he does.
He would smile on his face.
I would love to get my ass kicked by her.
Go ahead, Angus. What were you saying, brother?
Yeah, my take is it's fun. For one, it's funny because when I was watching football a couple years ago for the upcoming Mando episode, and I saw her in the trailer, I'm like, oh no, here comes the Mandalorian, here comes wokeness. And then you see where she ends up kind of being like a background character for the most part. And I guess they were building up to her own show, Rangers of the New Republic. I appreciate her standing her ground, especially when she's like surrounded on a conference call of like 40 trans allies or whatever to re-educate her and whatnot. But I think it was a bad move. I think she should have just like played ball until she secured the show. Then she could be more wild and they'd be stuck with her for a bit. So she could have more reach, because now she's just Nazi fired for anti-trans and anti-Semitism. Like, they steer the conversation. Now she has to work up a waterfall with media doing Daily Wire stuff and whatever else she does, indie essentially. So yeah, it's one of those. I think she should have like held her tongue for a bit and had more reach. And
it'd be a lot more. It'd be a lot harder for them to cut the tide entirely into silence. He'd be like, "What are you going to do?" Like at that point.
Yeah, I mean, it's also.
I'll bet they would have anyways. They have no problem canceling people, so I'll bet even if she had the show going, they would have canceled her anyways.
But it would have been more of a loss to them.
It would have been like Roseanne, where that fell totally. Yeah. They fell on their face after that and had to cancel the show the next season. So,
but they don't care.
They'd be affecting the job.
She would have had more reach. More people would be tuning in and following her as the star, and thus she could dictate more of the conversation about her instead of the labels that this weirdo Star Wars Meg believes in blindly.
Yeah.
Two points really quick. I just want to bring up the check. Mega Reacts says she banged Superman, which is cool. Yeah. Good for her. I mean, Henry Cavill's rich and kind of good looking. I might flip sides for that. And also, Larry says that what happened to transvestites? Are they extinct now?
No, they're in hiding.
Oh.
While all the allies are around, they're hiding away from the allies because
they are. They're hiding away from people around them because they don't fit in anymore.
Like, no, I'm a straight man. I like wearing dresses. Leave me alone.
Yeah, I think
they turned. Good.
Go ahead, brother.
They turned into reading books for children.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Community outreach. That's what you're looking for.
Yeah. Tony,
drag
Tony,
queen story.
Tony, come back here. These are your topics, bro. I want to hear you go off. But it's like I think that Soldier Spirit was on point when he said she was in MMA. She doesn't give a shit. You're also talking about she's in an industry where a lot of people lean left, far left. Like I'm a left.
Not even lean.
I don't lean that far left.
They're running at that wall and pushing it, trying to push it over.
Right, exactly. Everybody else is an extremist, but them. Like those of us that have been doing YouTube, content about this, or been involved in the fam. Like Rookie Angus, we've been around for a while. We've seen the evolution of us getting painted as something that we're not, being labeled things that we're not. She comes in there full of fire, and she's surrounded by all these ideologues. I can't blame her for just. For speaking her mind and standing up, because she's literally in the minority in where she works in her professional group. I think Angus is on point about maybe she should have waited a little longer. But I mean, when you're fighting for what you believe, how you think, and you're constantly being told you're a piece of crap, and you feel like you have to hide, a fighter is going to fight. They're not going to kneel. They're going to stand up for what they believe in and speak their mind. I'm not the biggest fan of Gina as an actress per se, but as a person I am, because she refused to silence herself and stood up for her beliefs. And I think that, it's up to you and your value system, what you think is more important, making money or, standing up for what you believe. But I'm actually really happy. I'm proud of her for doing that. Don't know her personally, don't have any vested interest in her success, but as a person, saying what she had to say and watching the way that it was turned, manipulated, and changed to insinuate she's something that she is not was just basically, it was right. It was like a canvas right out there in front of everyone, showing us exactly how words get twisted and how these idiot ideologues in Hollywood will just label you without care, create their own narrative, and distort reality to fit their own deception. That's how I see it. Tickle Trunk, you're my fellow liberal on the damn deck. Stand up with me, bro.
No, I'm gonna leave you to let you drown on your
let me die here, dude.
Hey, look,
there are no atheists in foxholes.
Oh shoot! Should I tell him I'm an atheist too, or am I gonna get tarred and feathered?
That's part of the initiation anyway. I thought.
I'll defend myself.
Feather in your ass.
Think that. All right, let's listen to this is the next part that was put. You ready? Oh, come on, you're gonna like it.
Okay, I'll bite my tongue until it's my turn.
All right. This turn. If it smells like a sandwich, blame Rookie. Okay.
Indeed.
I think we're just gonna go and watch some anti-Semitic Gina Carano movies now. That's my plan now. How about you,
With
Megan?
self-loathing Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, that'd be a
Most
good time.
disgusting human being on the internet.
He's just asking questions, Meg.
Just asking. This is the sick mind of the conservative, just always moving the goalpost.
You fucking bigot.
I got
you bigot.
What?
Yeah.
Self-loathing Jew that hired Gina, the anti-Semite.
You conservatives on deck. You guys are always pushing the goalpost, by the
way. Yeah.
What? I mean,
I'd like them to give examples of things. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
They don't.
They can't, because it's literally the opposite of what she's talking about.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's the classic move. They're always accusing us of what they're guilty for.
Rules for radicals. Read the book.
Yeah, I've never known a greater example than what she just said right there. They're constantly moving the goalposts. That's what we're always saying about them. I don't think I've ever heard one of these idiots try to make that claim that we're constantly moving the goalpost. That's the first time I've heard that, but that is classic, exactly. Rules for radicals. Always accuse your enemy of what you yourself are guilty of. That's exactly what she's fucking doing right there.
Exactly. And that happens with every utopian ideology. And she's obviously a person who follows it, because otherwise she wouldn't think like this. And the dude in the top right, I don't know if he's going along to get along. Like, I don't know if he's doing it to try to get laid. I don't know if he's like
Ward. That's Jason Ward. So
I have no idea who any of these people are. So
he's
trying to get into this anime chick.
making Star Wars or whatever.
Well, good. I hope he does well then. But like this kind of
no, it's like a website. It covers Star Wars. He's a big,
that's
yeah. EVS used to do a lot of videos about him.
He looks like a subset of G4 or something. Like he's on the set where they're like, yeah,
It's Adam Sessler's child.
Like he looks like one of them.
I don't know. It looks like he might wear a Slave Leia costume. I don't know. That's Star Wars Explained. That's the wrong guy. Yeah, sorry.
They all look alike nowadays. It's hard to tell, you know.
Did you see what Santa said there? He mumbled like "I like her" while she was talking.
Did he?
And she cut him off. Yeah.
Was,
well, she's shitting on Gina. He's like, "Well, I like her." You
going
could almost hear him. You could see his mouth moving, and you could almost hear him. He wanted to say that. She just talked right over him.
Well, Zombie
Sam needs to grow some balls. Sorry.
No, to say that Zombie Box Reviews made the comment saying, I feel sorry for Star Wars Santa. To say this shit on his channel is disgusting. They wouldn't let him get a word in.
And that wasn't even the question that was asked. It's like, do you think it divided the fandom? The answer is yes, and then move on.
Well, with
Like-
them firing Gina, did it? No, because the fandom was already split to begin with.
Yeah.
All
Yes, it was.
More mad.
But it did it. But it did it more, I think.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't her show to begin with. Was she okay in it? Yeah, but it wasn't the Mandalorian Gina Carano.
I would have loved it if after she said, "Whoever follows this is transphobic and blah blah blah," he goes, "I'm a big fan of Gina," and
It shows like a Black Series figure, Cara Dune.
But he
I'd love to
should
see
have. I
her
mean, that's the
reaction
thing
after
is that if people need to stand with their convictions and stand and don't try to bend a knee exactly like the quotes right here. Don't bow down. Don't bend a knee to these fucking people. If you are a fan of Gina Carano, then fucking say it. What are you worried about? You're worried about these fucking idiots and their supposed fans not liking you? Fuck that.
These
Throw a
these
pair of
people
balls,
are
Santa.
weirdos. They don't know how to separate art from artists. Like, I remember the left was really trying to ramp up a shooting scare for the Joker movie. And when that didn't work and it was doing great, then they finally dug deep and they're like, oh, well, this movie has a song from Gary Glitter, who was convicted of child porn on his computer. And it's like to try to undermine the film or steer
If you
away
watch the
from
Joker, you like child porn. It's like what?
Yeah, and it's
Disney's
like
pushing, pedos now. So what the, full
Yeah,
pedos. What the hell?
I'm a big believer in separating.
The
I'm a
people telling
big believer
JoJo
in-
to
oh,
rest
sorry.
in peace and ignoring the flight list. They're the ones saying that you like Joker because you're a kitty diddler.
Yeah,
That's all I'm
I try to separate art from art from artist. An extreme example, not as extreme as like Gary Glitter, but Tom Ford, who was a designer for like Coach and stuff, helped revitalize some of these companies. He did two really cool, interesting films, but he's really radical and wacko. He said, I think every male should be penetrated once so they understand rape. That was his idea of mitigating rape. And it's like, that's rape.
What?
But yeah, that's psychotic, but it's like, that does not deter me from his films because he makes great films, the two that he's done so far. And these people buy into a lie about someone, and you see with the Hogwarts and then the Atomic Hearts game or whatever, the same narrative repeatedly.
Yeah, there's a police. Wasn't there a shooting at Frozen?
Yes.
I don't know.
Instead,
I never even heard about it.
Elsa, yes, caused a shooting. Yes, she did.
Yeah, and nothing happened to Joker.
Yeah, it happens though. Shit happens, but they only want to push on it when it fits their agenda. Like us, we'd be like, yeah, there was Tina and I could talk about the crime in Chicago, and y'all would be like, "What? Y'all don't hear it." And again, my stepdad is retired Chicago PD. Y'all would lose your shit if you knew what really happened. So, but you don't hear about it. You never do, unless Beetlejuice wants you to.
Exactly. My husband went to college with a bunch of guys that are in the PD, and and we're going as far as like sergeants and captains too, so not just patrol officers or detectives. And it's what they go through is sad. I mean, there's bad cops just like there's bad doctors, just like there's bad accountants and any other job. You know what I mean? But how horrible that they've made it completely impossible for them to do their jobs.
Think about how many interactions a police officer has with the citizen every day, and you don't hear about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the run-ins that make the news, they're what, like 1,000 of 1/1000%.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, because people see enough of those to form a picture of, wow, I guess things are really going bad or something. But it's like, yeah, you're right. It's an extreme low percentage of the actual reality.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's what you're talking about. Sorry, I was looking at the chat. I didn't realize what they're talking about. Beetlejuice.
It's all right.
Does anybody care what Adam Sessler has to say?
No.
Yeah.
I found his interview with the Dick Show and Vito pretty funny myself.
Did you?
Oh yeah, I love the Dick Show, and Vito's pretty funny with him. So.
See, Courtney's in the chat. What's up, Courtney? Good to see you. She says, my cousin was married to a Philly detective, and he's seen some shit. Yeah, well, if you're living in Philly, you've seen some shit. I believe that, sister. I believe that. With us. What's up, Mega Reacts? Good to see you, brother.
Hello.
Yeah. Hey. What's going on, man? Thank you for coming to the panel. It's good to see you on another Saturday, dude. How you been?
I've been all right, doing whatever I can to avoid editing videos I need to actually do.
Well, that's good. You spend time here bullshitting, because that's what we're doing.
Sounds like
Come
a
here
plan.
to avoid work.
Exactly.
Mega Reacts, do you want to hear what Adam Sessler has to say? Do you care?
I could give two shits.
Good, yeah. I mean, that's pretty much the whole panel. Everybody just kind of went quiet on him, like, I don't fucking care about this guy. You know what I didn't realize? What I didn't realize is how tiny this dude is. Oh my god! I didn't think I'd find someone tinier than me, but there he is. Holy shit! Look at that.
That
He's so
explains
cute.
so much.
But Steven, you don't look like a 12-year-old boy. See, there's differences here.
I might get more action.
I mean, good lord.
Did he steal that body?
He's a bald-headed comics division.
Wow.
Oh, come on. He's nowhere near as short as Comics Division.
Who will be on VetsTalkin on the 31st, everybody?
Question number one. How tall
Love you,
are
comics.
Man. Yeah, it doesn't make. Do you think it was a frozen head put on a child's body? Do you think that's what happened?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he's so angry. It might
Emotionally
be
immature.
You know,
I wonder if he uses those hand crutches. Because his head tilts him over left and right.
It explains the inferiority complex. So
it just might. I don't know. Apparently, this idiot went off on gamers again, because we need somebody who was connected to G4 going off on gamers. This comes from Bounding Into Comics, guys. This is from Spencer. Please support Bounding Into Comics, all the work that they do, and check out their YouTube channel. Link in the description below. In the wake of being criticized yet again over his inflated head, sense of self-importance, host Adam Sessler revealed his true colors by going on an unhinged multi-day tirade against the very audience he once sought to cultivate at G4. This is the gaming industry. The gaming industry and how they treated people when they were protecting, sleeping around with a whore, is like the precursor to everything in entertainment. So I have my very first chapter, Fandom Menace Volume 1, Fandom Betrayed, is Gamergate. Because a lot of the toxicity that we see, this far left garbage nonsense projection of people's prejudices onto others, comes from that time. It's just anybody that's not familiar with it. Basically, there was one chick sleeping around with 5 different developers, or 5 different people to get favorable reviews. And instead of that information coming out, 16 different gaming magazines came together to generate the idea to protect their people.
They circled the wagons.
They circled the wagons and called we the gamers racist, sexist, homophobic 30-year-olds living in our mother's basement because we're afraid of women. And that was the narrative. It didn't have anything to do with the topic being brought up. Should someone be trading sexual favors for for game reviews?
And it came up after a slew of people complaining about sponsorships, a game sponsoring a website that then rates the game very highly. So, but then that's incestuous because you've given them money to give you a good rating.
Yeah. Right.
And that's where this whole thing started, because it's like, doing favors for to get better scores and stuff. And then she came up because people were joking, she gave this guy a favor, hey, she gave me a favor.
And it became that, but the culture that came, and Brightest Day's right. It went a lot. It's a lot deeper than that. That's a very, very thin overview.
Didn't a guy kill himself because of one of these Gamergate shits?
Oh yeah, the one that started the whole thing. The very one.
Was it
one of her ex-boyfriends? She lied about
Zoe
him.
Quinn. Zoe Quinn.
Yeah, Zoe Quinn.
Yes, one of her exes. He Minecraft himself.
Something like that. That was his name.
Wait, is that the term now? Minecraft.
Well, it's YouTube. You can't. You have to.
It's in Angus. It's in Minecraft when you say something that you shouldn't say.
I've heard that before, and I had no idea what people were talking about.
Or you can say they deleted themselves.
This way, you don't actually delete your channel again. So we're trying to help you coming back from.
Yeah.
Learn the lingo, Angus. You're a year behind. That's what we're doing.
Lingo, brother. Happy to help, though.
I don't care. It's just the same way that I don't care about what Oh, hold on. One second, guys. 1 second. What's that? What's going on, Tet?
Hi, this is Ben Shapiro, The Ben Shapiro Show. I'd like to let you all know Steven Crowder is a complete jerk. He is a big meanie face. And I don't stare at my sister's big old mommy milkers. Those kosher bags, I don't stare at them. You should all go subscribe to the Daily Wire. Get a premium subscription.
ExpressVPN.
Oh, Etep, it's you. Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. It's another Jew. Don't worry about it. You're fine. You're fine.
What's going on, man?
How you doing, man?
No, doing all right. Actually, you just brought up Scott. You know what? Everybody was talking about the whole Ben Shapiro incident earlier. The Crowder incident. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Backstage. So, we'll bring it up. What do you think of that?
Well, like I said, I can't really articulate myself too well on this because I'm not as well versed on the subject of like Steven Crowder versus the Daily Wire at all. But I mean, I look at this like, okay, so it's pretty easy to spot a fraud. I mean, I've been on YouTube for 4 years. It's pretty easy to spot the fake. And I'm looking at Ben Shapiro and and the Daily Wire. And I don't know you that well yet, Mr. Tickle Trunk. You're fine. I'm just messing.
Oh, okay, good. Okay.
You're good. No. But no, seriously. In this case, though, you do look at like the Daily Wire, and like Tony and I were discussing earlier, Candace Owens' reaction is very telling. The way she went hard in the paint on Crowder. It's like, the Daily Wire seems to be just falling in line with big tech, and Shapiro's pretty much bought and paid for. He's so I mean,
That's code Ben at ExpressVPN.
Yeah, you should get some Kamikoto knives. I'm going to shill for them. That's a great brand, ancient Japanese steel, made in China. But seriously, it's it is like I have to side, I guess, just off the top with Crowder on this because you can see what he's doing and he's trying to build and what he's been doing. And I respect that a lot more than I respect somebody who capitulates to big tech and the left, which is Mark Zuckerberg represented. And Tony, what did you say? Ben Shapiro is like the #1 advertiser on Facebook with the Daily Wire? One of them?
I don't know if anyone else gives Facebook more money for advertising.
He does. I mean, you see a lot of Daily Wire, even if you don't follow him, you see a lot of Daily Wire ads on there. So it's like I said, man, I look at this like the media is pretty much what 99.9999999% bullshit. They're all bought and paid for shills. It's controlled opposition, Republicans, Democrats, left, right. It is. It's all control. It's the Globetrotters and the Washington Generals.
The same poopy soup.
And we're just pawns in the game. That's all we are, is just little chess pieces on their board, and that's what they've proved, because nothing changes and nobody does anything different. Everybody wants to complain, but nobody wants to do anything, because doing things actually takes effort, sacrifice, and pain. So, I mean, there's certain people that do, and a lot of them are called veterans, and I thank you to that one that's up top there, who's on my show, and yeah, there's a lot of those guys that, and they get shit on by our government too. My dad's a Vietnam vet. Let me tell you about getting shit on by your government. He needed two hearing aids. The VA fought him on paying for them. He's slowly withering away from Agent Orange, which, back then they didn't have any hazmat suits or anything. But hey, they made him prove that he fired a weapon. So he brought in a picture of himself with a .50 caliber in 1969 on top of a truck and said, "Is this enough for you?" And they're like, "You can have any hearing aids you want, sir." Yep. You proved you actually had a receipt. So this whole paradigm is a fucking illusion. It's nothing but an illusion. So we just kind of have to be cognizant and use the thing here for something else in a hat rack, and
Right.
and kind of just put the glasses on like in They Live, and see what's right in front of you.
Yeah,
I'm done ranting.
Everybody before the show started was talking about the Crowder incident. So, guys, any comments you want to make about that topic?
Someone's right in between me and Etep here. She might have a hot take.
Dana.
Oh, she's gone.
Oh,
She's
I'm
gone.
here.
Okay.
I'm
She's here. I know you have a little bit of a different point.
I go back on my my education and on my job, so I'm not like trying to flaunt anything, but conflict management graduate degree, teach negotiation and mediation skills as well as sales training. So I'm looking at it totally from a business perspective, and they're all out to make money. I don't believe any one of them is more altruistic than another. I admit that I have a longer term fan and viewer of Shapiro than I am Crowder. I think that Crowder was totally fine to record whatever conversations he wants to in a business or personal matter. I think him sharing the recording of someone that he considers a friend of his was kind of a bitch move, but that's just one small part of the whole thing. I know that Candace Owens is very, very passionate and emotional person, and I know that she credits Shapiro and the Daily Wire for a large part of her career. So it doesn't surprise me with her doing what she did, which I thought was, once again, taking it out of line, very much like Crowder was. When you issue or draft a contract for the very first time, it is not going to be the contract that Crowder wants, because there leaves no room for negotiation.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have a starting point. And Crowder even admitted at one point in the last couple of days that he is not familiar with the contract negotiation process in this industry. So
all right.
Those are just my thoughts. I mean, not real emotional or personal one way or the other.
No, yeah, and the only reason I don't know if you feel like I called you out or anything like that. I hope you don't take it personal. But the only reason,
sweetheart.
the only reason I wanted to get your point is because I was just on a Legion of Memers stream, and Tina was in the chat, and she was bringing up a lot of these counterpoints to what a lot of us were thinking, and I gave my bookend on that stream as being that we can have these different point of views. There's a lot of this stuff going on, like this is tearing apart the movement, and it's getting tribal and all that, which it very well might be. I think there's a lot of people who are very passionate one way or another. I think it really depends on if you're a Crowder fan or a Daily Wire fan. I am a Crowder fan. I have a mug sitting in the kitchen right over there, one of Crowder's mugs. And I do believe that he is being altruistic. I believe he's trying to do this more for a cause and rather the business aspect. But what I love, and like I want to say again, is at least we can have a conversation about it. We can have our disagreements, but still get along. And that is what this ultimately needs. I really hope that the Daily Wire and Crowder will duke it out, have their little man fight, and then hug it out afterwards. And hopefully we can grow together as a movement and hopefully actually do something good, because that's what it is for me. I ultimately have my ultimate goal for my channel is to hope that it's going to do good. I want to be entertaining. I want to bring commentary and entertainment to people, but I ultimately want to have an altruistic viewpoint. I want to be able to bring perspective to people that hopefully they didn't see before. And bring some good. That's what I really, really want. I do want to believe, at least want to believe, that's what Crowder's doing.
I absolutely respect that.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
And Angus, thank you for both of you, because both these gentlemen right up here next to me, both of them are vets, so yeah, yeah, my dad's right here. We're holding him. He was Vietnam, we had to pay for his shit. They didn't give us any help.
Damn.
It's not there. So when you hear people like Etep or myself, when we go off on this shit, there's a reason why. This isn't for clicks. This isn't for views. This is coming from the heart. So yeah, and I stand with Etep there. Especially.
God bless the vets, brother.
Go through, and the stuff I had to help my dad when he was here. Man, they use you and abuse you and they throw you away. And so many people don't know that. But when you live through that, when you're the person that has to help, you're a veteran father because nobody else will. You damn right you're going to kind of go off when some shit like that happens. So again, that's my 2 cents.
Appreciate that. Angus, go ahead, brother.
Oh yeah, I'm kind of with Soldier Spirit on this. Don't really watch either one. I will probably click on Daily Wire more often, at least with Ben Shapiro. I think he's got. I really appreciate him being an actual lawyer, and I appreciate some of his talking points, along with his wrecked video compilations. Those are great. Crowder's kind of a spaz, and he kind of annoys me, regardless of what he's saying. It's just a personal thing, but I think they both have value, and I totally buy into the Crowder side, regardless of money. I think this guy's set. Money wise, I think he's fine. If he never got to YouTube or Rumble, any of that again, I think he's fine on money. I think this really is. He turned down 50 million plus potentially 75 million total for a 6-year deal, and is doing YouTube off and on for free right now when he could be making. He's valuable in this sphere of conservatism, and he turned down the money. And I don't want them to unite. That's the problem we got with mainstream media, is they're all united under the left and whoever is buying them. I want division to enough, at least, where it's like, all right, we're not all homogenous, and thus we're not all shielding the same sponsors behind the scenes and whatnot. I want journalism, and the stuff we're not getting today. Right. So, yeah, I'm totally on the Crowder side. I think it's fishy. I hope good comes from it. Maybe there can be some sort of third-party entity they all gather on, but I like the division, and I'm going to side with the little guy. And sure, Crowder's got connections and a team and whatnot, but he's the little guy in this, and it's all American, It's the underdog story. Jeremy did Jeremy's Razors. He just shelled out the cash. Boom! I got a razor company now. It's I don't know. I'm always hesitant to side with the rich guy in these kind of fights, especially when talking about integrity is the argument, and he's just talking about, well, here's the contract, and it's I don't know.
Tony, you're familiar
to
with this?
To be fair, Crowder is doing really well for himself. He's not really much of a little guy, just to be fair, but I get what you're saying.
In this sphere of media entity, if you will, versus the Daily Wire.
Gotcha.
Go ahead, Tony.
Look, I'm familiar with it, but the problem is, and this is what I was saying backstage, we're fighting two different arguments. I keep hearing it wasn't really a contract, it was a term sheet he was given, and he could have negotiated. And this is like us talking about Disney's agenda and Disney firing back, well, we think the price of our tickets are fair. And then you say, no, I'm not talking about ticket prices. That doesn't matter. Then they fire back, well, of course it matters. If we were charging $100 to go see a movie per ticket, you wouldn't go see it. And it's like, okay, but that's not what I'm arguing. What I'm arguing is the agenda, what you're doing. And that's what Crowder's doing. He did bring up the penalization and how they will, fine you $100,000 if you're missing a show. And I get that. They need to recoup the expenses of the show. You're not working. A lot of people, unless you're on salary, you miss a day, you're not getting paid. I mean, that's what it is. But
they
it's
have
not about.
They have to protect themselves against lost revenue.
Exactly.
So, and that's whatever it is.
It's not about money. It's about they're in bed with big tech. And that's what the argument is. So what he's saying as far as the penalizations, I mean, if you do get canceled all around like an Alex Jones or, so many others, Laura Loomer or whoever, they're going to penalize you for big tech canceling you. And that's as far as the money situation went in his initial video. And I do believe it. Like, I've listened to Ben Shapiro. I remember listening to him back in like 2015, 2016, I don't know. It's just, I kind of believe Crowder that they're kind of in bed with big tech. I mean, they're think about it. How many Daily Wire hosts, think about all the people that have been banned off of social media at one time or another. Now, I know they sent Jordan Peterson a thing where they wouldn't show his tweet and he had to click the link to accept that it was wrong, something about transgenderism. But how many of their hosts have been banned off of social media? It doesn't happen. And for the same things, I've seen Steven Crowder get kicked off of YouTube for citing statistics from the CDC website. And they've taken him off. And then you have...
That's actually Gerald's fault.
Yeah, well, look, I don't care about dead naming. That's something, like, I've got other things to think about. But you have Ben Shapiro dead naming people, calling people of certain orientations and persuasions weird. And I think he should be able to say that. But if someone else said that they'd be taken off. So I think at the very least, the Daily Wire.
He's got a minority to shield himself with on that.
Yeah.
But it's the wrong kind. That's the thing.
At the very
Go ahead, Tony.
least, I think the Daily Wire does have a deal with big tech. And maybe that's out of survival, but all I'm saying is, and yeah, we all got to make money, but I say with Disney all the time, stop throwing yourselves at the mercy of tyrants. Same thing with Daily Wire. There's ways to make money without depending on the people that want to destroy our way of life.
Here's something that's interesting. I can't remember if it was Crowder who said in his second video or not, but the Daily Wire is not owned by Ben Shapiro and the Blaze is not owned by Glenn Beck. There are investors, billionaire people at the top who own these companies. So when Angus, when you're talking about ties to big tech, it is because, it's owned by money people. It's owned by billionaires who we don't ever see on camera. Jeremy Bourne does not own, Daily Wire either. So there is a lot of other interest by people we never ever see in these companies.
Yeah, this makes me think of there was a clip from Fox a few years ago where I can't remember what the discussion was. There's like a couple lady anchors, whatever, on the panel, and then Newt Gingrich was commentating, and he said something offhand about George Soros, and they start like touching the air, like, "Oh yeah, we gotta get a commercial break." And it's like
Harris Faulkner. Harris Faulkner shut him up. Yeah. That's who it was. She's like, you can't say that.
Outnumbered,
Yep. It was outnumbered. Yes.
That's what that makes me think of. This whole Daily Wire thing makes me think of that kind of thing where it's like Fox is compromised. When Neil Cavuto was listening to McEnany talk about like these are the things we're reviewing and submitting to the courts for our case that this is fraud. And they're like, yeah, this is all fake news. We're going to cut away because they're spreading lies. And it's like, no, they're saying this is why we're submitting cases in these states. And you're saying, like, that's what CNN would, I would expect that CNN, but Fox supposed to be like that was our mainstream network, and they're compromised. So they still got a pandering.
Oh, sorry to interrupt. Unfortunately for Fox, Murdoch's children are extremely liberal, and that's been the big switch in the last.
Ooh, Eagles touchdown!
I think they already called Arizona for 2024. If that means
we'll get some snow dub coverage on that one.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I think that I can't remember if it was some released recordings or whatnot, but they're just monetizing conservatives. That's all it is. Fox News is nothing but a way to monetize conservatives to make money off us because it's the only one out there that we're watching. They found a way to make money off us, and that's what they're doing by providing us with something that we can watch while also trickling in a little psyop to fucking feed their agenda at the same time.
And they become much more popular than CNN. They crush them in the ratings.
Yeah, because it's the only one. That's something that nobody really thinks about. Whenever anybody talks about the numbers are bigger than Fox, it's because there's only one fucking channel. They have CNN, MSNBC, CBS, NBC.
Yep. Plus, they have a lot of hate watchers.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that too.
Well, I mean, that's just that the news isn't news anymore. It's entertainment. It's keeping people on the edge of their seats and keeping their emotions high. That's all it is now. It's not. It's propaganda networks.
It's Anchorman 2 in real
Dude,
life.
Thank you. No one appreciates Anchorman 2 for the long game theme that movie had, which is weird because it's made by a super liberal, and it's like, wait, I don't. This is about CNN.
It's projection, sir. Projection. That's what it's always been about.
You say projection, I say prediction.
We're gonna close out
1984.
A little bit of fun. Oh, if it'll even load up, jeez.
You're gonna blow on their bellies.
Just real quick on the Crowder.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thing. Then this is really, really fast. The only thing I can think about during this whole thing is Brett Cooper probably has a terrible contract. I feel bad for her. Because she is
a terrible contract.
She is kind of huge right now, and I bet she owns none of it.
But, and to stick up for the Daily Wire, that's something that Crowder and Jeremy Boring were talking about on the phone call that Crowder released. I mean, yeah, she probably isn't making much off her contract, but I mean, at least when she leaves there, or at least goes to renegotiate, at that point, she'll be a name. Like, everyone knows who Brett Cooper is now.
I actually don't know who that is.
She has her channel's called The Comment Section with Brett Cooper. Actually, one of my guests, Jamie Pinder, sent me over to her channel, kind of, showed me. I had no idea who she was either. I'm like, all right, I watch her stuff occasionally. Like, seems pretty well informed.
How was it?
Everything.
How was it, Etep? Was it worth me going over there?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, she has a good perspective. She's intelligent, well-spoken, seems to research her material, has a team that does it, whatever. But she's a million. I think a million. She had a million or like high, like hundreds of thousands. I don't know.
She is over a million at this point.
Yeah, I knew it was I knew it was a bigger channel. But yeah, I mean, like I said, for the limited amount that I've watched, I mean, I haven't disliked it or unsubscribed or anything like that.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Keely, throwing it out.
And it's only been 5 or 6 months. She's blown up quick.
Damn.
Boy, I wish I could get 100 subscribers in 5 months, let alone. I guess. Well, never mind.
I am not celebrating hitting 2K again. I mentioned it, and I feel bad because I'm going to lose them all because that happened like for the 4th time this week. I'm not doing it. Scotty told me, he says, when you get to 3K, we'll celebrate 2K. All right, that sounds good. So, that's what we're rolling. Yeah, it's damn 6 months. I'd love to have 1 million subs. All the work that some of these YouTube channels put in, I'm like people like Etep, all the work that's put into the production value of these channels, really wish they could hit the algorithm the way that they deserve. Yes, I'm shilling for my boy. Please go subscribe to Etep Okuin, the place to be reviewed.
And my second channel too.
So, your second channel, is it up?
It's up there. We're going to be uploading the first video in a couple days. Come on over to Camp Crystal Lake. Big shout out to CJP, Forgotten One Music, for hooking up the title track for all the videos over there.
Nice.
Yeah, he just sent me a amazing Friday the 13th inspired theme song that he produced. It's all original. That's ours. And I got the video package put together myself today or yesterday. I can't remember. They all run together. But yeah, so that'll be launching, like I said, by Monday. It's a couple weeks behind schedule, but that's because I was sick and I couldn't talk barely for a week. So we had to push everything back. But yeah, and just cheap plug, 9:15 Eastern, Saturday night's main event is going on tonight. So you can come over there and hang out with us later.
Definitely go check that out, guys. All the fun.
We might even let Walton come on tonight. We might even let Walton come on
kids
tonight.
will be over there. Yeah, they might even let me. I'm going to beg in the chat. I'll cry a little bit.
You'll have a link, you son of a bitch.
So I want to do something a little fun. Before the end of this show, I saw this up on Bounding and figured we'd go through it. Top 10 90s sci-fi films. Let's go through them and see what we think. Let's see. Starship Troopers, y'all. Who likes Starship Troopers?
I just bought the trilogy. I just bought the trilogy to this. Even though there's no reason for anything past the first one to exist.
How
They're
could there's only
horrible.
one Starship Troopers movie?
That's it, the first one. They came in a 3-pack. I'm like, I'll take them. I can put them under a table or something like that. Prop the leg up.
Yeah, I tried watching the second one. It was not watchable to me. The first one is just a classic, dude. Start to finish,
Classic.
you have fun with it the entire time.
Corny as fuck, but so damn good.
And he deviated so much from the book too, and still made it work.
There's a book.
Yeah.
I'm just an author. I don't read.
It's actually the whole thing with the citizenship for service thing was the whole thing was based in a liberal utopia, and I don't mean like American liberal. I mean like the definition of the word liberal, like individualist, that kind of thing.
Deriving from liberty.
Correct.
Yes.
And he turned it in sort of like a Yahtzee-ish kind of a aesthetic, which actually worked as well. So,
I mean, it worked on screen. Like Michael Ironside, though, guys.
Yes,
he's so good. Dude is like one of the best character actors for like ancillary characters like ever. I mean, him and like Clancy Brown are up there. Yeah, Clancy Brown is an underrated talent.
Yep.
Especially in the sci-fi genre. Like, that guy he's been in so many shows.
Oh, dude, Clancy Brown. Like, I love, dude, when I saw Kurgan in this movie, I was like, I know who that is. His voice is, he's an actor with a very distinguished presence and voice, just like Michael Ironside. So many good talents. I mean, action, aliens, sci-fi, boobs. I loved this movie when it first came out.
Dude is Kurgan. He's also Mr. Krabs, and he was in Buckaroo Banzai. Like, how?
Oh, he's Mr. Krabs? Shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I did not know.
You can't believe how disappointed I was. You can't believe how disappointed I was when I went to the army and found out the females didn't shower with us.
Well, you just joined too early. Now you just say you're a woman.
Yeah, but you don't have to wear high heels like they do now.
I got to
You can always
re-enlist.
join again.
That's what I gotta
Go
do.
back.
You go in there, you identify their trade. They'll even pay for it now, I hear. Oh, God.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was, but there was something about. I guess we can go to a quick little military thing. Apparently, there's this massive issue where amputees can't get proper procedures done for their limbs that got blown off in combat, but it's easy as fuck if you want to get your dick chopped off. How fucked up is that?
That's sick. What kind of shit is that? Like, where are our priorities are fucked. That doesn't make any sense.
Sorry, but Starship Troopers, I don't want to go on a dark road with that. Starship Troopers is so fucking good.
Yeah.
Dicks were getting blown off in this film.
That's true.
And Ironside had a prosthetic arm when he got back into the fighting. See, it all comes full circle.
Yep.
All fit in. Let's see. Keely Chow's Clancy Brown is a great Lex Luthor. Yeah. In the cartoons, was he in the animated? Was he?
Oh yeah.
Oh damn. Really?
He does a lot of cartoon voices now.
He's got that voice for that though.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Gargling Gravel.
Keely also wants Ironside as Darkseid. Is he? What was he? Was he Dark Side? Oh man, I need to check that out. I need to get.
Was that the one where Superman punches the shit out of him?
Was Supergirl? Was that the Supergirl movie?
No, the animated.
Oh yeah, well yeah, animated. Oh, I don't know. I need some now. Horny
Yeah,
Alpha's here. What's
even
up,
I
Horny
think it is the one where Supergirl.
What's up, Horny Al?
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, because he said punching the shit out of. He said punching the shit out of Darkseid. That's the one that I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I remember, unfortunately.
Let's see. Okay, all right. So let's move on. Yeah, great film. What is this? Sphere, 1998. Who likes Sphere?
I don't
Never
remember
seen
that
it.
one.
I actually read the book and then saw the movie.
You hipster.
I know. That's what I did with the book for. And I enjoyed the book. The movie was okay adaptation. Well, it's not something like very memorable though. Apparently,
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I feel like I saw it, but I don't remember. I don't remember anything from it. I'm pretty sure I saw it.
Was in it. Who else was in it? God, what's
Samuel
her
L.
name?
Jackson.
Yeah,
Sharon Stone.
Yep. Sharon
Dustin
Stone.
Hoffman.
Oh yeah, Hoffman.
Yeah. Woman
Yeah.
Of course.
It made not top 10.
It made top 10, and half the panel was like, "I don't even remember that." Oh yeah.
No,
that's
I know some of it.
Well, Samuel Jackson hasn't turned down a role since 1987.
True.
I mean, he's like I think he's like one of the highest grossing actors. Well, because he never turns down a role. He's like, hey, do you want to be in a movie about snakes on a? Yeah, motherfucker, sign me up. Like, wait, you didn't even hear the pitch. I don't give a fuck. I'll take the role. How much it pay? I mean, he don't care. He gives zero fucks. He's like, can I have a purple lightsaber? It's not Star Wars. All right, fuck it. Can I say I'm sick of these snakes on this motherfucking plane? Yeah, all right, I'm down.
I don't even think he says yes, bro. They just hand it to him because they know he's the official yes man. Just give him the script, he'll do it.
Yep.
But here's it does a great job. I'm sorry, go ahead, Tina.
I would say I only remember Sphere because Huey Lewis played a helicopter pilot. As in Huey
So
Lewis in the
happy
news.
to be stuck with you.
So I was too much of an '80s girl not to appreciate that point. So.
Okay. How this is not number one is beyond me.
Oh shit!
Yeah, this is
Yep.
This isn't top. This is top three.
Why it's not number
This-
one? But
This movie's amazing, and not just for the obvious, but no, this movie was greatness. It really was. Like, you had so many actors in this. Like, okay, I mean, you got Zeus, Tiny Zeus Listers, the president. What's his general, Brian Cox? I think the guy with the messed up nose. He's another one. That's a great ancillary character actor who is vastly underappreciated. Ruby Rod. I mean, come on, man. Chris Tucker was annoying as shit, but just funny in this.
Super green.
Everything about come on, my man. Come on, Dallas. Come on, my man. This movie is great.
Fuck, we're all losing our shit over this fucking thing, and it's 8.
Right.
What amazes me is that, unlike Starship Troopers, I liked Starship Troopers more when I was a kid rather than as an adult, because I look back and like, oh, that's pretty corny. But this fucking movie, I love this more when I grew up as an adult rather than a kid, because I didn't appreciate it as a kid. This is a fucking excellent movie when you learn to appreciate better as an adult.
And it really is. The story was put together well. I mean, the editing, it's pretty seamless. The characters are unforgettable. Leeloo Dallas. Yeah. Who doesn't love Leeloo, you know?
She's all right. I'd give her a sandwich or 6.
Woo!
Right?
Now, she's fine. She's fine just the way she is.
And it has the same message as Natural Born Killers. Love beats the demon.
Ooh.
I didn't even think about that.
Is there a horror movie you haven't seen?
I've seen everything, and Fifth Element's probably top 5. I don't know if I'd say number 1.
Yeah.
But it's definitely better than 8.
Oh, I got a question for you. Montechiwan in Fifth Element versus Vorlons. Which one's better?
Vorlons.
Correct answer.
They wouldn't have got killed by space goblins.
No, they wouldn't have. No, Vorlons would have eliminated anything that came in their direction. That's like that's a chaotic good that does not suffer any fools. I love, dude. Vorlons are pretty. I'm not going to.
No spoilers. No spoilers.
Still
going through the show.
My bad.
But just saying chaotic good is always the worst people. Because they can do anything because they're so righteous. Even the most horrible things.
What season are you in now?
Season 3, about halfway.
Excellent. Okay.
Yeah. You're
Wait, sorry, what show are you talking about?
Babylon 5.
Babylon 5.
It's worth it. If you haven't seen it, watch it.
I watched the first episode and I was like,
No. It's for a season is campy as hell.
First
I
season
hear
is
it.
all
You guys
good.
struggle through the first.
Angus, I just am starting it. I'm like on episode 1. I got like 15 minutes into it. I was like, all right, this doesn't seem too bad. I was like, I'll check it out. A lot of people
woke.
It'll be good.
That's
Babylon-
right means Warlons don't play.
Yeah. So Babylon 5 was the first science fiction show to go past 3 seasons. It was also the first one to break the episodic pattern where everything resets at the end of every episode because it was written like a novel with 5 acts. There was the first one to do all CGI effects on television. There's so many firsts. The first season, there's some rough stuff in it. Some of it calls back to like Star Trek, and it's kind of fun. Some of it's a little bit campy. If you find you cannot watch the show because you don't like it, watch season 2, episode 1, and if you still don't like it, stop. If you do like it, go back and get through season 1 because it's worth it.
It is totally worth it. It really, because but season 2 is where it really does get really good.
Yeah.
But season 1, there's a lot of backstory and build up to the next several seasons that, like Dickletrick said, go back, watch it because it all does tie in. I love the way that universe tied in together.
Yeah. Because it was all written before they even started.
Yeah. Fifth Element. Back to the Fifth Element, another great sci-fi. Segue to a great sci-fi. Love that film. I mean, just everything good about that. If you haven't seen it, guys, check it out. Can't believe that you haven't.
It's one of those
next up
movies where the effects hold up, like to this day. Like,
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
This next one is bullshit. I just seen it. That is.
Hold on now. I love
is it?
First Contact. That was the best TNG Star Trek movie there was.
Yeah, but it's not.
I agree.
All the TNG
It's not in the top
that's
10.
the best one.
Yeah, and it's
No, this is not top 10 though. No, I agree.
So when we talked last time I was on the show, we talked about I'm a big Star Trek geek, and when this movie came out, I was a freshman in high school. I actually tried to avoid every single trailer that went out because I didn't want to know anything about the movie until one time I couldn't change it fast enough and I saw Borg pop up. But still, for the entire ad campaign, I still tried to avoid watching every commercial, even though I already learned pretty much everything about it. It's a fucking Borg, but it's such a good fucking movie, man.
Great
I
from
love
start
it.
to finish, great.
I mean,
And a great- But
But out of the Star Trek movies, you really think this would be the one during the 90s that would have got it? I would have went more with the, I can't remember which one, I think the 5th one, where it had Picard and Kirk together.
Okay.
Oh no, that
No.
Generations.
Yeah.
No.
Generations
No,
was okay. First off, they gave the woman the keys to the Enterprise and she crashed it. Secondly,
But again, the
Who would have
time,
thought?
Tina, you gonna take that? Don't take that, Tina. You get him.
No, I'll take it. You know why? Because Janeway cried at the end of the first damn episode, so I'm against female captains in Star Trek.
okay. Thank you. No, in Generations, what they killed Picard's family, his brother and his nephew, and all. Like there was a bunch of stuff they didn't need to do in Generations. That I
Like gave Sulu his own ship.
Destroy. That was before, but destroying the Enterprise, destroying the NCC 1701D. No, why the hell? No. I want to see a couple movies of that. You know, like I like the Enterprise E, but there was they killed Lursa and Bates, or you know, like there were things they didn't need to do in that film that I understand they were just trying to make it. You know, Malcolm McDowell. They did give us Malcolm McDowell though. But this movie, First Contact, I thought it was well more put together. It was more of an episode than Generations was. It showed more of the camaraderie between them in the setting that I am used to seeing. Not saying Generations is a bad movie, but First Contact, best of all the TNG films, hands down best.
I was going to say I like First Contact.
First Contact is better than Generations, no doubt. But if we're talking 90s Star Trek, undiscovered,
the undiscovered
country.
Yes.
He's just saying
Should be
saying
here.
within TNG though.
Oh yeah.
No, but
It's not fair to.
to. I'm saying for the top 10 sci-fi.
Oh yeah.
If there's going to be any Star Trek from the 90s on here, it should be Undiscovered Country.
Yep.
Yeah. I
But
agree.
First Contact is the best TNG movie.
Yes.
I agree.
Well, like they're different groups of characters, you know. Like there's a special place in my heart for the TOS crew, the TNG crew, the DS9 crew. Like I love DS9. That's my favorite Star Trek.
Ramming
like
speed.
I can't put them. You know, it's like it's for me. It's like looking at the different Batman films. You know, like you can't take Batman '89 and Batman Returns and put them in the Batman universe. They have to be separated and over here because Batman doesn't kill. But they're great films. The Nolan trilogy, great Batman. They got to be put over here. They got to put them over by themselves. So I can't look at all of the various films that have come out and put them all together. And if I do, I'm going with TOS. The original crew every time because going from the Wrath of Khan, Search for Spock, and like 2, 3, and 4. Perfect trilogy. That's a great trilogy of films. 5 you can go with or take, but Undiscovered Country, that's the pinnacle. Undiscovered Country is the pinnacle of Star Trek films, in my opinion. But so I got to take TNG and put it over here because I do love TNG because I was brought up with it. It was the one that I got to watch. It was my Star Trek that I got to watch with my dad because he was a TOS fan and he shared that with me. So then we got to watch that together. Those things mean something to me. But I can't put them all together. And so, yeah, and as far as like the TNG films, First Contact, the best. Star Trek all together, Undiscovered Country and Wrath of Khan, all day, every day.
Agreed. 110%.
Yeah.
Amen.
Any other Trekkies?
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
No.
Okay. All right. He said no.
Praise the Lord.
I love the Nemoidians.
Total Recall.
Total Recall.
That you will not survive this, Black Angus.
That was a pretty good Nemodian accent, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Another film with Michael Ironside in it. If you remember, he
yeah.
played kind of a bitch a little bit. He was like an angry bitch. He was getting cucked. Let's be real. His girl was banging Arnold. So.
Oh yeah.
I'm
He
sure
never
she
made it to
hated
that
every
party.
minute of it.
Yep.
Well,
and he
I
never
mean,
made it
and
to
they-
the party.
Right. He
And
was
they even
late.
put
He
that
was-
in the remake version, so hey, that's a good scene.
No, there's no remake that exists of this movie.
Correct.
There is no remake.
Oh, that
Correct.
didn't exist.
Tell him.
It didn't exist.
There's no fucking remake of this. Stop it right now. You stop that shit.
What amazed me, I was actually really surprised with the quote unquote remake that it almost seemed like the exact same movie, it's just much worse. Unlike like the RoboCop remake where it was completely fucking different. But I couldn't believe with the remake of this again, quote unquote remake.
The Wish version.
This is a good fun film. Like it's something that I'll definitely put on if it comes across my the channels. I'll stop and watch it. Always had. Oh man, like the
3 boobs, I know, right?
So everybody knows the 3 tits. Remember we put the skies on to get to the air, to get to the spaceport. 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Here's go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say my favorite part is when John Fetterman pops out under the coat and he's like, "Quay, Quay." That's my favorite part. Is that his name, John Fetterman? That big old lunkhead lurch looking mom. Yeah. He was the one that was in
with the
this.
goiter.
That played the. Fetterman was the stomach goiter in this.
The stomach goiter. I knew I recognized that guy.
Sorry, you kept saying Fetterman. I'm thinking of that senator from Pennsylvania.
Yeah, that's him.
Woman.
Yeah, yeah. Mr. Hoodie.
What I love about
Eagles are better than the Eagles.
Go ahead, Adam.
What I love about this movie is there's 2 ways of looking at it. Do you think that the ending of the movie, when it ends with Arnold and her holding hands, is the actual end of the movie? Or is it when he does take the pill and shoot the guy because you realize he just died? So
No, I think it was an illusion the whole time. I think he was in his mind. I think that he was having that embolism. That's what was going on.
Because we get the ending of the movie that they told you the story as they're programming it in. So,
Right. Right.
So there you go. And I mean, it's always one of those things where some people are just like, one way or the other. Me, I just love the fact you have the option in this movie to take it whichever way you want to, because they don't really ever say it is or isn't.
Well, if you bring up, that's the point that I always make when that question comes up, or when I've thought about it, is because they are talking about it as they're putting him under. If this was all coming, if he had been, his mind had been suppressed and new identity had been inserted, then he wouldn't have needed that. The audience wouldn't have gotten that information from the doctors that were putting him under at recall. So this is a story about a dude who he's living in a fantasy world. He's a freaking vegetable. Yep. That's the way I took it. I don't know. Anybody else who feel different? Nah, nobody gives a shit. It's a great film. All right.
Never saw it. Nice fucking segue, assholes.
I'm just waiting for shit I've seen.
I've
not seen this one.
Oh, I know, Angus. You love Gattaca, right? You've seen that one.
Nope, I haven't seen it.
It's fantastic.
It's been in my suggestions, so
I've never seen
I like
this.
Ethan Hawke, so I'll try it out
Gattaca's
sometime.
a very slow movie. It's very slow. It's got
It's really good. It's good.
It's so good.
But then remember, I'm Bad Take Bojan, but it's so good.
This is one to check out then.
I think so.
Okay.
So,
I will say,
Gina, what would you compare it to? Maybe something I know.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna need a minute on that.
That's a very hard question, actually. Yeah.
Masturbating
it's
on downers,
you can't.
Angus. That's what it would be.
It's its own thing. It's a very original story. That's what I really liked about it. I didn't actually see this for the first time until about a year or two ago, and I will say that if I saw this as a kid, I would have fucking hated it. I probably would have got 20 minutes into it and fell asleep. But as an adult, I appreciate it. I think it's a good original story that with a good sci-fi twist to it. So I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it. I mean, I do like it. It's just it's not one of my go-tos. It was like a lazy Sunday afternoon movie,
Yeah.
That's the way.
I probably wouldn't even watch it again unless it was on something like
Every now and again, I like Uma Thurman. Uma Thurman was, this is the height of Uma Thurman.
Or it's on and you can't find the remote or the battery's dead.
Thanks, Adam. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'll watch it since I can't change the channel. Shit.
So resounding endorsements all around, I guess.
All around. Tina said it's a great film, guys. Check it out. Just check it out.
I think I watch it at least once a year.
Oh wow.
Actually.
Okay.
All right.
Right on.
I would trust that. He knows movies.
It's pretty good.
Oh no, it's got Jude Law. I hate its face.
It's punchable. It's very punchable.
There's certain actors they're in a movie
that.
like, no,
Chris
not
Pine.
his face. Damn it.
Chris Pine constantly looks like he just saw his first set of tits, like that same shit.
Must have been your tweet from earlier, Tony.
How can you hate Chris? How can you watch Wonder Woman and hate Chris Pine? What a darling.
Independence Day, guys. What about Independence Day? I remember this was a big event.
The ultimate popcorn flick.
Never heard of it.
I remember seeing that in the theater, man.
No, I used to like this when I was a kid. I haven't seen it for over a decade, so I don't have an opinion with my current state of mind. So I did love it though as a kid.
I think it belongs on the list. I can say that much. So, but yeah.
Yeah, but not number 4.
No, not number 4.
Because it's a popcorn movie.
Help Men in Black's number 1.
You could have moved The Fifth Element up to at least number 4 and bump this back to where Fifth Element is.
Trade places,
that's my opinion of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't dislike it, but
yeah. This is the kind of movie where you can take Will Smith being Will Smith, Jeff Goldblum playing Jeff Goldblum, and it all works really well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was game changing when it came out. The scope of it was just
Oh yeah, the special effects
crazy,
jump.
crazy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I bet
But,
Will
you know.
Smith's really kicking himself for not doing the sequel.
Probably.
Ooh, oh my god.
He's
The
probably
sequel
slapping
to
himself.
Independence Day was the first movie I almost walked out of the theater on. I've never walked out of the theater.
Yeah.
I still suffered through that. I couldn't believe it because it got worse after I wanted to walk out. But that was the first time I ever wanted to walk out of the theater.
It was so bad.
So bad.
So
For me,
bad.
the first movie as a patriot, the Bill Pullman's speech.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like really just like, you know, brought it to heart for me. So
Yeah, you know,
yeah.
I like Bill Pullman, and I did not expect that performance in this film because you know, I was Spaceballs, yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
then before that was oh god, what was it called? Something People. Ruthless People. You guys ever seen Ruthless People?
Oh my god, he was in that movie.
Oh my god, I haven't
I
seen
forgot that
in
movie
years.
existed.
That movie's great.
Yes.
Shit, that's
Yup.
so.
Okay, I'm
that's
putting that
such-
on.
that's
I have a
so
list.
obscure.
Yes, I'm putting that on a
So
list.
obscure.
Never
Dude,
saw
I
it.
said, well, my mom's a Bette Midler fan, so she showed me that film, and I loved it. I was, you know, there's so many good lines. Danny DeVito.
I was gonna say DeVito was in that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. Judd, what's his name? Judd. I can't think of his first name. Judd
I think
Nelson.
wait. Oh my God.
You know what I mean?
He was in that, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was the idiot. Or he was like, you know, the boyfriend, and Bill Pullman was the
Yeah.
idiot. You know, he played a great moron. And so, yeah, by the time I saw Independence Day, I was like, oh, that's that guy. Oh wow, I was expecting an idiot role. It was a good surprise.
If you need a chick flick to, you know, watch Bill Pullman in, and it's While You Were Sleeping with Sandra Bullock.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Me and
That was-
Walton will have to
her.
watch that together sometime.
Oh, that's so good.
I want you and Rookie to watch that, and I want to hear the commentary.
Dude, we
You
watched
guys
Legally
gotta record.
Blonde after watching She-Hulk, and we're like, they have a blueprint. Why didn't they use this movie? Like, it's like you're thinking, all right, Legally Blonde's gonna be some girl going to school, chick flick, and it like definitely is a girl catering movie, but it's like this is enjoyable. This is like I don't feel gay watching this.
It's a bring your boyfriend movie.
I'm Spartan gay, so like
Yeah.
gays don't even know. Like they're like, whoa, I can't believe we did that. I had no idea you were gay.
Like While You Were Sleeping is the one where the guy falls on the train tracks, right?
Right.
Yes.
Okay, I know that one. Not gay.
Next film, Jurassic Park, belongs
Yeah.
on the list.
All
Absolutely.
time.
Is-
Yep.
Yep.
That could be
That
number
movie's
one.
My favorite
beyond
movie is when I
sci-fi.
was younger.
Yeah.
They should show this movie in the theater at least once a year.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got to see it in the theater during the shutdowns of everything because we have just a family owned local theater, and it's been open since 1947. So it's like any chance I can to support them, I'll go there.
Nice.
And they started showing this and Temple of Doom and what else did they show?
Big Trouble in Little China.
I wish. No, but there was a couple other like classic movies they showed. So yeah, I took my son to go see, and this was the theater when I went to see this when I was 13 when it came out. So I got to take he was 5 at the time, 5-year-old to go see it. And he loves Jurassic Park and Jurassic World and all that stuff. So it was really cool for him to get to see it on the screen, you know.
That's
so
great,
awesome.
dude. I would do that with Nathan. I should have done that with Nathan. Take him to the theater because this movie was a game changer. I mean, it was huge. It was bigger than life. The story was great. Who doesn't love dinosaurs? I remember seeing this in the theater and just going back. This is one of the first movies I think I went back and saw it again. After the first time because it was just so good. I wore out my VHS tape. Watching this film.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great movie.
Oh yeah,
most classic lines ever, and Jeff Goldblum being Jeff Goldblum.
Again, yeah. Usually is.
Yep.
He's great in it. He's perfect.
His voice is so dreamy.
That is one big pile of shit.
I'm actually making that GIF to upload to StreamYard as we speak. Literally, that's what I'm working on.
I might have used the "that's a big pile of shit" meme a couple of times, but oh my god, The Matrix.
The Matrix, yeah, the first one.
If
which
only
could
it
have
was
been a
one
great
and done.
standalone.
Yes.
Could have been a great standalone film.
So here's how much of a fan I was of not just this movie, but the entire Matrix series. Yes, number 3 was especially bad, but I had the video game. I had the Animatrix DVD. I had fucking everything. I even watched the Animatrix DVD multiple times because even all those little cartoon shorts I fucking loved. The Matrix may be my favorite franchise of all time until it got really bad, especially with Matrix 4. But God, this is
The
a fucking
Animatrix is
excellent movie.
fantastic. Fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
I love the Animatrix.
Animatrix was great. I mean,
Even
yeah, I'm a
even the
go ahead.
Go ahead. Well, I was gonna say with the video game, I think the video game integrated with the second movie, where it was all the scenes outside of the movie you were playing in the video game. I think what they started doing with all this integration of all these different things is all brand new and is really fucking good. But it all started because of this movie right here, which is just the best.
It definitely set the trend. I mean, it pushed the limits to what could be done on screen. And yeah, they could have left it at a one and done. I'm a Matrix fan too. I accept Matrix 4. I accept it for what it is. Nostalgia alone. It's like a guilty pleasure. I like some bad films. It's what it is. I like, I'm a Suicide Squad fan. Yeah. So it is what it is.
Oof.
Yeah.
I wouldn't admit that, Steven. I wouldn't admit that, Steven.
No, I'm saying it. No.
That's a biscuit away from saying you like The Last Jedi.
Harley Quinn. Oh man.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Low blow.
Shots been fired.
I'm gonna go stream with Chris Knight. Fuck this.
The Matrix was so good. It set a trend in movies for style for like 15 years. Everyone was trying to copy this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I think Matrix is why X-Men stepped away from the uniforms in the
From
films.
color and fun.
I think the X movies are awesome, but no, just the color scheme because getting older, realizing people hate they don't wear the uniforms, their individual suits. It's like, well, the Matrix and Blade, I think, really left its mark stylistically on Hollywood for a long time.
Oh yeah,
and that being a good example of like, that's probably why they went that way. On top of like, well, it's after Y2K, so let's be edgy and cool and sleek. So I think that was an element too.
Bullet
Make
time,
everybody
dude.
forget it happened.
All right, and let's see. Number 1 is Terminator 2: Judgment Day.
Yeah. I can accept that.
Yeah.
I can accept that. That movie's amazing. Is there any flaws with that movie? Any discernible flaws?
No.
The time travel.
No, we're not going to get into the
whole
time
premise of the movie.
You shut your whore mouth.
No, I rewatched that like a year ago, and I'm just like, damn, this is like Cameron with aliens. And like, I'm a huge Alien fan, and I really hate Aliens in the sense of it ruins the creature. But I appreciate it as a film because it like, well, I can't replicate things. I just keep ripping it off. So let me do completely opposite. And it works. And it's like all the elements he puts in there through reasonable exposition that doesn't feel ham-fisted. And then this film, it's completely his. He's not reliant on a previous author of the story. It's, him going forward. And God, Cameron doesn't miss. He didn't even pass film school. That's what's crazy.
I didn't know that. What I love about this is it actually has such great emotion to it. I remember being a kid. See, so 91. So I was 10 years old when this movie came out, and I remember being. I might have cried when he went into the pit and he had his thumb up. I think I cried. It had such good emotion with this damn movie.
Well, with my dad, I did cry when he went in. I was a teenager as well.
Absolutely love this film. Watch it over and over and over and over again. I love the heroes arc. The heroes sacrificing themselves is one of my. I love that. Like any film, like that has that like the heroic sacrifice. I love.
Yeah.
This is also a film that the director's cut I thought was better than the theatrical. I liked the how they added to the story, and showed that how he grew. As opposed to the theatrical version, like how he grew beyond his programming. I wish that they had given it a proper sequel. Yeah.
And that kind of touches on my problem with it. In a vacuum, I love Judgment Day, but with everything they've done after, it makes every sacrifice in this movie irrelevant. None of it mattered. It was all for naught. And
yeah, but the trick is not to watch those movies.
That is a good trick.
They don't exist. Just forget they don't exist. Yep.
But they
This
exist
movie
in my
had
mind.
too much whiskey that night, and it was a drunk dream. Okay, I'm just saying.
It's a terrible fever dream.
Real quick, I want to give Etep a chance to tell us where he's going to be. Live stream coming up next. Go ahead, brother.
I'm all fucking fuzzy. I'm in witness protection. Yeah, I'm going over to Etep It's a place to be reviews, right? It's witless protection with me, but hey, you know, what are you going to do? Saturday night. I can remember the name of my show. It's Saturday night's main event starting at 9:15. It'll be myself, Vinny, Chris. I don't know if Draven's working tonight, but CJP from Forgotten One, Music and the Legion of Mirrors will be joining us. Maybe Adam Gashhand, maybe Stephen Walton, maybe PewDiePie. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Not PewDiePie. I don't even. I didn't even know who PewDiePie was before a couple of years ago, and that's no lie. But no.
I tried
thank
to
you
forget.
guys. Right. This panel's great. This chat is amazing. Hail Rogues. Yeah, thank you guys. Thanks, Steven, for having me on, man. I'll shoot you a link, brother.
All right, brother. Thank you. I'll see you later.
Yeah.
All right. Any last thoughts on Terminator 2?
For someone who's part Sasquatch, he's a very nice person.
I think it belongs on the list too. But if you're going to go with twos, they could have moved stuff in sci-fi. I mean, even Predator 2, because that was 1990. So if we're going from 90 to I think that should have been on the list as well.
Predator 2 is one of those films too that's like really, I think, underrated.
Oh yeah,
as it was.
Yeah. Well, it's so
great
underrated because the first one is so high octane and perfect. Anything that gives you a moment of breath, like Predator 2, where it's like a lot of calm spots, it's like it just doesn't compare. But yeah, I really like Predator 2. It actually built the lore a lot more. It's kind of like more people are going to like the original trilogy, but I'm a prequel fan because I want like the world of Star Wars.
Right.
And same thing with Predator 2. It's like you get the depth of the Predator a bit more.
Yeah,
I think if I'm going to criticize anything, I want to criticize the list also. I think there's some movies on here that just do not belong, and there are some movies that absolutely should have been on this fucking list. But I think that this does belong in number one, though. This is a great movie. It pulled at my heartstrings as a kid, and it's got such great action.
Yeah,
Great
it's
story.
almost as good as Dark Fate.
Oh, what?
That's bait.
Angus, you ain't coming back.
I gotta go.
For you, Dion Green, we have to.
We got a lot of great shows coming on. Etep's going to be streaming. Soldier Spirit is going to be streaming. So we're going to close.
Already dividing the fandom, I see.
And everybody deserves love. Everybody deserves love. So I am going to allow Soldier Spirit, because I know he's got a stream coming up, to do his outro. Let us know what your channel's about, what you're doing, and where you're going to be.
Yeah, if it weren't for the fact that some of my guys, it's a scheduling thing more than anything else. This is just the only day and time that we can actually get some of these guys on. So I completely understand that so many people want to go over to Etep's channel, especially because I'm new. You guys don't know me yet, but if you can give me a chance, come check me out. But if you can't do it tonight, at least check out VetsTalkin Tuesday on VetsTalkin. Drop the G and you'll find me on both YouTube and on Rumble. Next week, you got Hollywood Scholar, and after that on the 31st, we've got Comics Division coming on VetsTalkin Tuesday at 7:45 Eastern Time on Tuesday, and I'll be on at 10 o'clock Eastern tonight with our Skinamax Saturday, which more or less is just a bunch of vets and some of our buds from the Legion of Memers having some buds and shooting the shit and having a good time. It was a lot of fun last week, so we're going to keep on doing it. But yeah, check me out on those channels. Check me out, VetsTalkin on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram. For some reason, nobody can find it on fucking the Twitter, I guess. They don't like me. But go to @Mike1776_ and you'll at least get information from on there. So yeah, just remember, everybody, you don't got to be a vet to join the conversation. Just don't get butt hurt. You've been warned.
Hell, brother. Yeah, guys. No, we cross stream around here. We do cross the streams. It's okay. It's okay, and it's
across the streams.
It's all right. Next up is Mega Reacts. Tell me where they can find you, brother.
So you can find me on YouTube, Rumble, and Odyssey. Just look for Mega React if you want to see movie and TV reactions. I will also say, before I go, Demolition Man should have been on the list. Be well.
Yes. Yeah. That. Yes, sir. Guys, please check out Mega Reacts. Dude, thank you for stopping through. You are always welcome. Just let me know if you want to join the panel, man. Appreciate you very much.
Thanks,
next,
sir.
Anytime. Next up is the man, the myth, the legend, super fan Adam Shawhan.
That's right, baby. We've been here the whole time. We've been having fun. And you know what? There are a lot of movies that probably could have been on this list and some that shouldn't have been. But again, what a list to go over with all you fine people. Thank you in the chat. This has been a blast. You'll find me here with Stephen Walton, every Saturday that I can make it. Being part of Rogue is awesome. And of course, with Etep and every time that man's live. And or if Tony Tone Deaf, that was Clown World Review, that's now Monotony, decides to stream, we'll be over there. My channel, I'm not doing anything for another couple months, but when I do go live, it'll be on Fun University, which has been in the chat here and there. Just thank everybody for watching, man. This has been a lot of fun. Steven, again, thank you for doing this, and catch you guys on the next one.
I will do you anytime you ask, Adam. Thank you. I appreciate you, man.
All right. Thank you.
And a nice segue into Monotony. Tell me where they can find you, brother.
Yeah, pronouns are he, him, and
That's here than AJ Styles.
yeah, I might go over to Etep's here in a second for Saturday night's main event. You can also catch me there Monday night for Going in Raw. Over at Draven streams for the wrestling, the AEW streams, and I think we're doing Royal Rumble this Saturday, which should be a fun time. A week from today. Yeah, and then I believe on the 26th, I'm going to be over on Black Angus's channel for All American. Yes.
All right,
So,
brother.
Hell yeah. Thanks for having me. Love you guys in the chat. Love y'all on the panel. And until next time.
All right, brother. Thank you guys very much. Please support Tony Tone Deaf, Clown World Review, Monotony, whatever he's going to be next week. Please support our brother. And see him over at Etep's. Next up is the great, the wonderful, the beautiful Bad Take, Tina Bojan.
Hello. I love that name. The wonderful and beautiful part, not the bad Bojan part. But anyway, thanks for the invitation to join. I really appreciate it. And you guys can see me in the chats for all of these great panelist streams all the time. And find me on Twitter at Tina Bojan. Have a great night, everybody.
Thank you, Tina. Appreciate you being here. Next up is Mr. Tickle Trunk. You really doesn't have anything to say, or
no, I rarely do. I want to add in. That list should have been a list of 20 because you need to add in movies like Soldier. I'm angry that Dark City was not on that list.
Oh.
Yet Sphere was, which is really stupid. Stargate was there. Johnny Mnemonic, Coneheads.
Stargate should have been on.
Here's one:
Absolutely.
Tremors.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have been on that fucking list. There, and that's all I have to say.
You know what, Mr. Tickle Trunk, make a list, and we'll cover your list next week.
Oh God,
Ooh.
That sounds like work. I should have kept my fucking mouth shut. Okay, move on.
And one of the oldest, most powerful, unkneeling voices in this indie sphere, the one who got me started, my good friend, Black Angus Reviews.
Hey, what's up? Black Angus here. If you didn't know why I'm going like, woo, I'm watching the game. I've had it on quiet on my phone this whole time. Fly Eagles Fly. If you can't tell, my room is green for Philly. You don't see, well, it's behind me. Yeah, Eagles. 21 zip, Walton. We're up in the second. Dallas Goddard with the first score, Devontae Smith. And now Scott, I think the running back Scott got the next touchdown. We're gassing them. Jones is hurt. It's great stuff. Yeah, I'm a big Philly fan, big Star Wars fan, big Game of Thrones, House of Dragon fan. Yeah, I like to cover pop culture, comics. I'm trying to make a comic, so any support for the channel, appreciate it. I'm a longtime comic skater and a Fandom menacer from the start. So yeah, it's been fun, the ride I've had thus far. Finding new people. This has been a great panel. Glad to get back to this and meet new people. Glad to finally stream with you, Soldier Spirit.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, every Thursday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, I have my All-American Beef stream with Rookie and guests if they come or whatnot. Tony, if he's available, will be there. 26, like he said. So look forward to that. And when I have time after work, when I have time after work, I will make some videos, but it's kind of hit and miss right now. Main thing, I'm trying to get my watch time to get my monetization back because I lost it being gone for so long. Didn't know they would do that.
Yeah, that's nuts.
But yeah, thanks, Walton. Thanks for having me on. And yeah, what a great panel. Tina, nice meeting Mega Reacts. I've heard the name off and on. Tickle Trunk, haven't heard of you, but hilarious. Like your
because I don't have a channel.
You add. Yeah. Oh, we'll get one because you got a good.
That sounds like work, my friend.
Flow.
I don't.
That's what I tell him. Yeah.
Do it.
I'll totally subscribe to Tickle Trunks.
Oh God.
Yeah. I was excited. I'm like, oh, Tickle Trunks, got to subscribe. Nothing. What? What?
I mod a lot. I mod a lot of chats. That's my thing.
Well, become mod on my channel then.
Great, more work. Thank you.
Modding, come on with me and Rookie and friends. Yeah, you're a funny guy.
Thank you, Angus. Appreciate you being here, brother. Guys, please subscribe to and support Black Angus Reviews, one of the first voices that stood up during this culture war and supported people, was a member of the Fandom Collective, helped to promote various channels, bring us together, show that we do not kneel and that we will have our voices heard. So let's help Black Angus get his monetization back. Guys, check out his streams. They're great. Please come stop by on Thursday. Check out him and Rookie Critic, two old good friends of mine. You will not be disappointed. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Please remember to support your favorite 2 or 3 YouTubers out there, your favorite two or three comic creators, you know, whether they're putting out books, whatever type of content they are making, because we don't have an industry to support us. We only have each other, and we rise together. I am author Stephen Walton, the Fandom Menace historian, your historian, born in the chats of the High Council with my brothers and sisters fighting for our modern mythologies. Wash your hands, wash your ass, be good to each other, yet suffer no fools. Peace.
Vaginas in the rain. So many fucks given. Wet ass vagina. Vaginas in the rain.